everybody, welcome to the video. We're going to do a little something different for this little bonus video I'm going to put out. This is coming out on a Saturday, which is typically where I like to put my bonus content, you know, just extra stuff that I think is cool and things I want to share with you guys. But I was at the, I have my little camera here because what we're going to do is a card break. And so I picked these up at the flea market. I forgot how much I paid for them. Not very much, but I was going to open them up anyway. So, you know, no matter, I'm not going to resell them unless I get something really good in here. I don't think so, but we have, let's see, football, 1991. And in 1991, I didn't really collect football. I was all about baseball. So these ones actually excite me more. We got 1991 Topps. It's already kind of open. 1991 Topps. Who's coming out in that year? Is that Chipper Jones or somebody? I'm not 100% sure. I remember 90 was one of my favorite players of all time. Frank Thomas came out in 1990, and Ken Griffey Jr. came out in rookie year was in 89. So I'm pretty sure, you know, their cards may or may not be in here. This is Flea, 1991, and then we have a pack of Score 1991. So I got my 2-camera setup here. I'm going to see how this works. It should work good. I think this works better for breaks and things I want to show you guys. So let me go ahead and... Alright, we're good. We're good with the other camera now. Okay. And so you'll see my little head probably pop up. I'll put the break on the big screen, and then my head will be floating around somewhere on the screen itself. So here are some ones, some stuff I picked up recently, and some other stuff I picked up a while ago. Now, this is Jose Canseco. This is actually a record here. You guys can kind of see it there. And it has a little thing. It's been unpunched, so really cool. Little I was going to say portfolio, but just a little flyer, pamphlet that goes with this. Baseball cards. Of course, growing up in the Bay Area, I was a huge Oakland A's fan. Not so much Giants. I mean, I did like the Giants. I was more of an Oakland A's fan because Jose Canseco, Mark McGwire, the Bash Brothers, of course. You know, they pretty much dominated that whole era. And where they had I remember the World Series, the Battle of the Bay, and actually have a hat for sale on eBay, the Battle of the Bay hat. And I remember watching it when the earthquake hit, the big earthquake of '89. So these are some really cool cards here. I found this at the flea market, decided to keep it. It was just, you know, a memory and really cool. Not that I had these cards, but I did have other, you know, Jose Canseco cards. Like I said, back in the day, I was a huge Frank Thomas fan, so I had a huge collection of Frank Thomas. I did sell a lot of it off. Here's actually one. I mean, I did keep some of them, mostly his rookie cards and, you know, cards from the early 90s that I really liked and that I had chased when I was younger. But here's one that's really cool, and I got this in a box of Leaf. So the Leaf set. So I bought a box of Leaf. This was like the box topper. So just a really cool jumbo card of Frank Thomas. And it's in my collection. And I stuck a Topps rookie card in the back of here. So that's from back in the day. As you can see, limited to 20,000. So limited edition box topper here. And so I collected all kinds of Frank Thomas merchandise. I did sell most of it off though, so I don't have much of it. Like I said, I kept the cool ones that I liked and the rookie cards, of course, too. Then Michael Jordan was another huge. I didn't really collect basketball cards a lot. I started getting into that around the mid to late 90s, once I started selling stuff on, you know, just locally or on eBay. Then I started getting more into basketball stuff. And Michael Jordan, of course, Michael Jordan, huge, you know, favorite player, greatest of all time. That came undone. But these are all sealed. These I actually found at the flea market recently. And really cool, just Upper Deck. So big name, you know, that's obviously they came out with the 89 Upper Deck in Topps, and their signature card was the Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card. I have one here right now. I'm going to show you guys as well too. So just really cool. These aren't like, you know, they're like metal tin type of cards. So I found to keep it. So that was really cool. And then I have some other cards that I've collected I've since purchased over the years through eBay, actually. Here's some Star Wars cards. These are actually from Burger King, so they're unpunched. Not very, as far as reselling goes, you know, they're pretty common. You can find these on eBay pretty cheap. But as you can see, Burger King, they're from The Empire Strikes Back. And just a whole collection of those in there. I have the, I've had from time to time, had the Topps different series from there. But the one I've always kept, because I bought them and sold them. And I was like, okay, it's cool, but I sold them off and bought them again, sold them off again. But the ones I've always kept are the, from the Wonder Bread series. The Wonder Bread cards, Star Wars. They're somewhere in my collection. I was going to try to bring them out for this video, but they're somewhere in a box. Somewhere. Okay, here's some other cards here as well, too. These ones I purchased, again, this is the only stuff I can find right off the bat for the video, but stuff I've purchased on eBay right here. PSA. Now, I'm not a huge fan of necessarily grading cards. I don't really collect them, you know, because they're graded. I don't really, you know, near mint, whatever. Really, I just wanted some cards, you know, from the era of when I was collecting. Some cards I didn't have, some cards I did have. And I just wanted them in a nice protector case, basically. I didn't really care about the grade. But I got Michael Jordan, which I've had this card on several occasions. Bought and sold it. At one point, I think I had like 5 or 6 of these back in the day. And by back in the day, I mean back in the 90s. So it was a short print, although we didn't know. You know, back in the day, we didn't know what a short print was. What a, you know, we knew inserts, and then they started coming out with parallels. But as far as short prints, yeah, we didn't know how many they printed or not, or even cared about it at that time. But it was one of the cards. And so when Michael Jordan, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this is the first Michael Jordan actual baseball card, I think. I'm pretty sure. I know there was some other baseball cards. I know there was another Upper Deck card that he had. But this is actually not when he went into baseball. This was prior to that. And obviously he's from Chicago, so he was obviously in Chicago White Sox batting practice. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this picture was taken during just batting practice, I believe. After taking batting practice, Michael Jordan was spotlighted as the White Sox secret weapon after taking batting practice. He posed in the White Sox uniform for a souvenir poster with all the proceeds going to charity. So this wasn't when he actually was, you know, playing professional ball. I don't know. I don't think he really even came up to the majors. I know he was playing for the minors for quite some time. And I mean, he was just such a great athlete. I mean, he was a really good baseball player. Maybe not, and you know, maybe not to the point to being part of the majors, but I mean, just getting into the minors is difficult. So really cool card. Michael Jordan, greatest of all time. And I had to have this card back, so I ended up getting that card. Now here's a card I never did have when I was younger. Always wanted it. Always expensive. It was always an expensive card, even back in the day when it first came out. But I'm obviously you can see a PSA 5. You know, not really. You know, again, I don't really care too much about the grade there. But the fact is, Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card, Upper Deck, 1989. Just, you know, iconic. You know, Ken Griffey Jr., one of the greatest baseball players of all time, one of the greatest hitters of all time. When he was out in center field, it was, you know, crazy. Just a great card, great player, and I'm glad I have this in my collection now after all these years of not having it. Now again, another card. It's actually another Michael Jordan. This is a basketball card, and this is an Upper Deck. It's a hologram card. And there were several of these hologram Upper Deck cards that were out during this time or this year. And this was the one that I actually had when I was younger. Don't know what happened to it, you know, over the years. You know, just got lost. Decided I wanted it again, and so I went ahead and purchased that on eBay. Just a really cool hologram card. And if anybody remembers the holograms from Denny's, those were awesome. Awesome cards. Another card that I did not have when I was younger, but always wanted it, when Shaquille O'Neal came out, and I think it was crazy. It was just, you know, it was an epic time in basketball. And when Shaq came out, oh man, everybody. I mean, I had his regular base cards, like his top. I remember having his Topps card. Did I have his Upper Deck? I had several of his regular Stadium Club card. But this was the premium card. This was the one that everybody wanted. Was the Beam Team, Shaquille O'Neal Stadium Club. It was the most expensive at the time. Finally got it. You know, after all these years, finally got it. This is the members only, so this is actually technically a little bit more rare than the actual. The one you could pull from hobby packs, but it doesn't go for as much as the ones from hobby packs. So, but nonetheless, it's still a Stadium Club. It's still a Beam Team, Shaquille O'Neal rookie card. I was a huge Shaquille O'Neal fan when it came out. You know, it was just, you know, I mean, we were all young. I mean, we loved all these. You know, we would watch these games. You know, I was huge baseball, branched out into basketball, and then slowly went into football as well too. But Shaq, definitely one of my favorite players when I was younger. And we have some football here at the end. Huge Dallas Cowboy fan. You know, my family's all from Texas, so everybody loves the Cowboys. And Emmitt Smith, Pro Set, rookie card. You know, this is one I had when I was younger. Don't know what happened to it, but I got it back. So really cool cards. Again, I have more cards scattered throughout my collection. I don't really, you know, there's no rhyme or reason to the sorting or boxes I put them in. They just end up in a box, and yeah, always a mystery every time I go through a new box, or every time I'm like, you know, deciding to reshuffle things and I find out like, hey, look, I forgot about that. So cool stuff in my collection. But let's go to break these packs right now. Some old packs, vintage, 1990. They're all 1991. Let's start with the football really quick. Get that out of the way. This was in 1990. This is 1990, yeah, so that's not. There's not going to be any Emmitt Smith rookie cards in here. Yeah, I like Troy Aikman and you know Michael Irvin, but I mean Emmitt Smith, you know, one of the greatest running backs of all time. Okay, let's see what I need. Still sealed. All right, still sealed pretty well, I should say. Okay, I'm not expecting anything really, you know, great in any of these packs here, but I still want to, you know, one thing we were always cautious of is the corners. You know, when I was younger, first starting collecting, you know, we didn't really care. We just ripped them open. Now as we got older, you know, we want to keep them in better condition. This is way before, what do you call it, PSA or anything like that. You know, we just, you know, we wanted to keep them in decent condition. You know, we didn't want, you know, scratches or dented edges or anything like that. Is there any gum in this? No, I don't think. Yeah, no gum in this one. Okay, good. All right, let's see what we got. We got top. Okay, this is Topps. Classic 1991 Topps look. Here's a. What is this? Let me make sure. Oh, it's just a checklist. Okay, it's a 1,000-yard rushing. Bobby Humphrey, who I'm not familiar with. Traded to the Browns. That's interesting. Roy Green, I'm not familiar with. Marv Cook, Singleton, Sam Siegel, Chris Dishman. I like these. I like these old old Topps design. Keith Miller. I wonder when. I think in 1992 is when they started coming out with like Topps Gold. So it had the foil. I believe the foil was just on the Topps logo. Jeff Wright. Lewis Lips, Ronnie Pete. I remember Ronnie Pete. Okay. And Sammy Smith. And Chris Calloway, Gary Anderson, Robert Macy, Mike Coffer, a kicker. Why would they put a kicker in there? You know, I don't think kickers are really that collectible, but okay. Bobby Humphrey, that sounds so familiar. I think I do remember him. The old Denver Broncos uniform there, pretty cool. Nice throwback. But all right, let's get on to baseball, which was obviously my favorite at this time collecting. We got a top. Let's start with this Topps pack because it's already kind of broken up here. There was some remnants of gum inside that pack. Okay. What we got here? Yeah, I'm remembering these. This design now, looking pretty familiar here. We got Zane Smith with the clipboard. That's an unusual expression there. Pat Borders. I remember Pat Borders. John Barfield. Yep. Kurt Miller. This is a draft pick. #1. Okay, yeah. So Chipper Jones's card, rookie card, might, you know, is in this set. So, I mean, there's a chance of getting Chipper Jones rookie. Ozzie Smith, oh man, Ozzie Smith at shortstop, amazing, amazing player. Eddie Murray. If I'm not mistaken, I believe he's in the Hall of Fame. I believe he does have 500 homers. Eddie Murphy, Greg Brock, that Wally Blackman. Let's spin these around here. Jack Savage. Again, there's nothing really. There's going to be nothing really of any value. I mean, maybe if the Matt Williams. Remember in 1990, the strike year, 1994. He was actually, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he was pretty much on pace to, along with several other players, I think Ken Griffey Jr. and Frank Thomas, they were on pace to break Roger Maris's record until the strike happened. So, but Matt Williams, he, you know, pretty good, really good player. I'm not going to say pretty good, he's a really good player. So, and then Junior Phoenix. So, all right. Nothing really there. Let's do this one here, because this might be a tough. So what we used to do with some of these packs, especially like the foil packs, when they used to come, Upper Deck came in foil packs, usually. So you got to kind of get in this. Obviously, this material is really annoying. It would always, as you're trying to get the cards out, it would always catch on the edges. So, but we would open it like this, and then obviously we would try to come out this way. We try to, you know, keep the integrity of the pack and make sure it doesn't damage the cards, but. This material is just like plastic, so I'm trying to get it, you know, still trying to protect these cards, even though they're not really worth anything. Score, it wasn't a huge fan of Score. I think Score had the Dream Team cards, which were kind of cool, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe the Bo Jackson might be in here, which, not in this pack, but in this set. So, Jack McDowell, great pitcher. Dave Righetti, another great pitcher there. Not familiar with that guy. Johnny Ray, Pat Combs, not familiar. Pedro Munoz, remember him. Plantier, just had to scratch my nose there. It's got a little bit. Allergy season is here. A couple of rookies. I don't think there's any really notable rookies in Score 91. Stan Javier, Kevin Seitzer, remember him. Don't remember that name. That was pretty. A little, what was that? A little trivia card there. Kind of an odd expression they caught him in. Craig Biggio, great second baseman right there. And then the last one there. Okay, nothing really exciting there. No, that's it. I think we got one last pack right here. So we got the Fleer. So we got Score. We got Top, Score, Fleer. You know, all the major brands that were, you know, that were around in that time. I think I'm missing like Donruss or an Upper Deck pack. Got some O-Pee-Chee. Got some stickers here. Pretty cool. Feels kind of funky there. But there's something there. They're really gum in these packs, I don't think, but there's some funk on that thing. I don't know. Okay. Oh, these are ugly. I remember these ones. Let's see what we got. David Segui, I remember him. Al Newman, Eddie Murray again. There we are. Craig Myers, Matt Noakes, Chris Hammond. I think I remember that name. Phil Clark, Matt Gart. Oh, look at that right there. Boom, Ken Griffey Jr. That would have in any of these sets back in the day, like the 91. I mean, obviously not the rookie cards, but in the years that came out after the rookie cards, these were usually the higher priced cards in these sets. It wasn't crazy. I mean, this might have been like $3-4 card back in the day, but it would have been one of the higher end cards to pull out of these packs. I mean, all these other ones were probably just even back in the day, maybe 10-20 cents or so. We used to have the Beckett price guides, but Ken Griffey, if you found one of the big name players, Jose Canseco, if you found these guys right here, Darren Dalton, even Tim too was probably Craig Biggio. Look at this. I don't know who that guy is, but right here, Ken Griffey Jr., Jose Canseco, Darren Dalton, and Craig Biggio. Those would have been the ones. Darren Dalton. Okay, I mean, he wasn't like definitely a good player, wasn't really like, you know, on anybody's collectible list around here. That is, maybe over in Philadelphia. Craig Biggio, great player, but right here, Ken Griffey Jr. and Jose Canseco. So really two really cool cards. I wonder if I have any. I think I have some. I might have some protectors for those, but I might keep those. Otherwise, that's it. A little trip down memory lane. If you guys were into card collecting or anything like that, let me know down in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think of this, you know, this little video. Do you want me to pick up more cards if I find them? You know, they're usually priced up in my area. People think they're, you know, they're still a gold mine, and they're not. I think the pandemic kind of helped, or kind of fueled that, you know, that that mentality for a little while. So take a little while to come back down off of it, because cards, you know, they'll come back down. They're not going to stay at outrageous prices forever. But like the video, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe down below, hit the bell notification. While this video isn't on the normal schedule, we do, you know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule, release of videos, as well as a live show every Thursday, live from the flea market. We usually start right around 9 o'clock on that. I cannot set that up ahead of time, so I have to, you know, set it up on the fly, so there's no, like, you know, when you see, you know, this live is coming up, I can't set it up like that ahead of time, so definitely hit the bell notification so you get notified the moment I go live. But catch you on the next one.